In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask politely to visit someone who calls himself the holder of the truth. The worker will nod slightly, then turn back to what he was doing. He'll not respond if you ask him again, but do not dare ask him a third time, for if you do, he'll show his true form to you and rend you into strips of flesh on the spot. Turn to leave. The door has vanished, but there is a trapdoor in the floor that did not exist before. Open it, preferably with something long that gives you a better chance of escape should they be waiting for you on the other side. If they are, run as far into the asylum as you can. Find a window and jump out, for all the doors are barred or banished. Once you get out of the window, flee as far as you can, preferably crossing as much water as possible. For while it'll not stop them, it'll slow them, and you'll require each second to make peace with your God. If they're not waiting, jump through the trapdoor. You'll land in a splendid library. People in exquisite and elaborate dress are everywhere, chatting, reading, and relaxing. Do not touch any of them, or attempt to choose a book, for that is the trigger, and you do not want to pull it. Look around. You have all the time you need. Eventually, you'll find a gray-haired man sitting at a desk, stamping an endless pile of books with an old, returned stamp. Do not attempt to touch him or the books, for if you do, all the pleasant people will reveal what they really look like, and if you're driven mad in an instant by what you see then, consider yourself lucky, for you'll not feel the pain as they set upon you in a vehement rage. Instead, ask the librarian one question, and one question only. Which one holds his law? The librarian will look up. His eyes are a color not native to this earth, or even this galaxy. They are a color so impossible that you may be driven mad simply by their gaze. Steel yourself and stare directly into his eyes. Do not break eye contact, or he'll look back down, not wanting to view the scene as the other patrons set upon you. He'll tell you a name. It is a long one, but he'll give you a card to help remember it. Before you turn to look for the book, ask if he'll check it out in advance. He'll nod and stamp the card. Do not bother looking for the book. It has already been stolen from the library, and you must find it. Close your eyes and say 3 words. Find the thief. Do not open your eyes for 10 seconds, for if the prior adventures have not driven you mad, what you see then will. After 10 seconds have passed, open your eyes. You'll be across the street from the asylum, still holding the card. That card is Object 57 of 538. You have checked out the book. It is now your duty to return it. In any city, in any country, go to any insane asylum or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you get there, walk up to the front desk and ask to see someone who calls himself the holder of lies. The worker will nod cheerily, then get up and gesture for you to follow him. So will about 7 other people in the area. Ignore them all. They strayed from the true path, and now their only want is to bring others to join them. Walk up to the desk and look under it. There'll be a button, flashing rescue orange, labeled, "In case of emergency." Press it twice, then jam the stool the worker was sitting on underneath it. This button is all that holds the door open, and you do not want it to slam shut on you. Get up and turn around. There'll be a brushed steel door labeled, "The True Path," in front of you. It is the one truth in this place. Ignore all the others. Only the true path leads to the liar. Go through the door. You may well be driven insane by your position, walking on the roof of a hallway that leads in an impossible direction, on its side painted in an eye-jarring and impossible color. Ignore the visions. The only thing that is true is the path beneath your feet. You cannot shut your eyes at all here, lest you never manage to open them again. Endure the madness of your position, to say nothing of the sights that'll come in a moment, and start walking. The hall ceiling is tiled in red and white. Keep your feet on red tiles or you'll fall through, straight into the madness beyond. And from then on, you'll only have one purpose: to bring others to join you. Eventually, after what seems like an eternity, you'll find yourself in front of a plain wooden door. Open it and walk in. You'll find yourself in a 30s-style office. A man in a black trench coat and a fedora hat is hunched over a pile of papers on the desk, muttering and scribbling. A gun sits on top of a paper-loaded bin labeled "In". Pictures line the back wall, showing the man in a number of places, but you'll notice some things common about all the photos. 1. The man never shows his face, and 2. Everyone in the photos other than the man appears to be in unimaginable agony. Edge your hand towards the gun, but touch nothing. This man does not enjoy being disturbed. Steel yourself, then ask into the air, "Where was he when they gathered last?" Grab the gun quickly, then fire at the man until you run out of ammo. If you don't, or if you miss, he'll grab you and show you what his face really looks like. You do not want to see that. When you do, you'll appear among the photos on the wall, and you'll see why the others there were in agony. However, if you succeeded, the man will slump over his desk in mid-lunge, dead. A single envelope will flutter to the floor. If you honestly want to know where he was, grab this envelope. The message inside will tell you, but the contents are extremely volatile, and you may find that your mind cannot handle the knowledge. For while the envelope will tell you where, it'll not tell you why. This is more than most can handle. Don't try and read it now. You have no time. Drop the useless gun and run. Run as fast as you can manage, for without its guardian, the true path is beginning to stray, and you do not want to be there when that happens. When you see the steel door, lunge for it. If you are too slow, you'll be trapped as a confused worker removes the stool, and you'll be tortured endlessly until you agree to replace the man you killed. However, if you are fast enough, you will appear in the lobby on one of the couches in the rest area. Quickly, get up and run to the green armchair. The object is calling, and there are others who want it as well. Throw the cushion off the seat. You'll have revealed a skeleton, twisted in a position of horrible agony. In his arms, he holds a book bound in navy blue and embossed with gold. The name is embedded in silver on the front. It's a long one. This book is Object 58 of 538. You have found his law, but it is entirely up to you if you should follow it.